Shut your damn cakehole!
This is the place where the fighting's cool. There's the good, what's the rule? I'm Tommy Nasser, the miracle dude. It's gonna get loud and it's gonna get rude. Shut your cakehole. Shut your cakehole.
Shut your cakehole! Shut your cakehole!
Lovely cup of cocoa. Hi, I'm the bullfighter, and this is where I spend most of my time when I'm not at the Shut Your Cakehole club. Well, that's about it, really. Chilling.
Hey, bullfighter! This is a nice house.
Oi!
We don't want to see you in Shut Your Cakehole TV anymore! Tell them infinity. Enjoy your tea.
Ladies and gentlemen, TJ Hardcore here again. Last week, won a match. I won, fair and square, but big deal, you interrupted that. Put your name on the winner sheet as well. Well, this week, I want you in a match, one-on-one. Deal or no deal?
Well, fight fans, at the start of this episode we got some shocking footage taken earlier today, but before we say that, we have some sad news for you today. Love best.
Yes, indeed. It would appear that Miracle Dude has suffered some kind of personal tragedy. We're not entirely sure of the details, but we hope to bring you further news as we find out more about this. We're still hoping that he'll be able to appear tonight, but it's seeming less and less likely as time goes by, it has to be said.
And as we're about to start a one-on-one match between TJ Hardcore and Big Deal, at the start of this show we saw footage from another TV show on SYC TV, The Bullfighter Knows Best, and it appears that the Bullfighter was jumped by Infinity and the Griffin. Later on tonight, the Bullfighter will hope to get revenge against the Griffin in a one-on-one match at Wiffin.
He certainly will, but who knows whether or not he'll be in any condition to fight with these kinds of injuries. However, something tells me that the bullfighter cares very little about the actual fighting and more about his hilarious comedy persona, so it certainly promises to be an entertaining match regardless of whether or not the fighting itself is of any kind of quality.
Well, TJ Hardcore has his work cut out from here. Nobody has ever pinned Big Deal. Last week we saw more controversy here on SYC TV.
We certainly did, as TJ Hardcore and Big Deal simultaneously won their triple threat match. Now it seems like this is a bit of a grudge match between the two of them as they fight to decide who truly deserves to have won that match. At least that's the way that these two contenders see it.
Well, this is like a head-on collision between two rampaging bulls, these two heavyweight brawlers. I certainly wouldn't like to be in the ring with these two. And it looks like the ring can't even contain these two. These two men are brawling all the way outside of the ring.
My, they are, but if they stay out there for 10 seconds, then they'll both be disqualified. They're going to have to get back in there fairly sharpish.
Back in the ring.
And you can hear the referee calling for them to return. Mr. Wilbuck here, determined to get them back in.
Double disqualification.
He certainly is. And what? It seems that, yes, there's a double disqualification here.
And this one's all over, but we've got carnage here, fight fans. This fight, it looks like this one's not finished here.
It certainly does. These two still proceeding in this savage beatdown against each other, and now they head backstage. And here you can see the replay here, the broom comes into play, and you can actually see here the broom gets completely broken as TJ Hardcore smashes it into Big Deal.
Well, once again, it looks like it's undecided who is the man between these two.
And here we go, here's the Bullfighters match as mentioned earlier. He seems to be in high spirits despite his incident earlier today.
And as we wait the arrival of the Griffin, I've just heard in my earpiece that we're sorry to say tonight, as a result of the tragedy, Miracle Dude will not be appearing in tonight's championship match.
My, that is certainly a shame. I wonder who will be chosen to replace him. I believe that Miracle Dude himself will be choosing a replacement for himself, but we are yet to find out who that could be. But we'll bring you more updates on that as soon as we find out.
So tonight, Tommy Disaster will defend the belt against a mystery opponent chosen by Miracle Dude, and here it looks like the Bullfighter is getting his revenge on the Griffin.
Yes, but then of course the Griffin is refusing to take any of this from the Bullfighter, and now Bullfighter does seem to be genuinely injured.
Only a 2 count there for the Griffin.
Yes, and Bullfighter attempting to poke the Griffin in the eye there, and just cheeky kicks to the back. Most definitely the cheekiest kind of kick that I've ever seen in any wrestling competition in all my 372 years of commentating.
Well, the Griffin seems to be taking advantage now of those punches as he slams and kicks the Bullfighter.
Yes, and it seems like the Bullfighter is being completely brutalised in this match. Yes, it's certainly seeming like the Griffin is completely brutalising the Bullfighter. And oh wait, no, it looks like the Bullfighter is managing to fight back. It could be, maybe the Bullfighter could actually win this one.
And now test of strength between the two men, and the Griffin breaks it up with a kick. The unhonourable thing, Lord Best.
Well, certainly, but then of course the Griffin is certainly an extremely unhonourable man. We can't really expect him to choose the honourable path, and there it looks like he's just trying to inflict as much pain as he possibly can upon the Bullfighter.
But the Bullfighter has something left in the tank with those slaps to the head and those cheeky kicks.
Yes, he does, and as you can tell by his mirthful grin, he's certainly not willing to go down without a fight, and he's still certainly not willing to take this seriously.
Well, I have to say, Lord Best, as great as this match is, I'm intrigued to see who Miracle Dude has named as his replacement against Tommy Disaster. It could be absolutely anybody in the SYC locker room.
It certainly could, and there is much speculation. There is some who believe that it could well be Big Deal due to his sudden and mysterious appearance and due to his obliterating style. However, I personally believe this to be reasonably unlikely, as it's not Miracle Dude's style really to pick somebody who is such a huge bruiser.
Well, it looks like the Griffin just about has things finished here. Can the Bullfighter make a comeback? Can he get his revenge? It looks like the Griffin is setting up for something. Oh, and there it is. There's the Budo kick.
My, and that Budo kick means that yes, it looks like the Griffin has there got the 3 count, and it's all over. The Griffin is the winner.
The Griffin making some strange hand gestures there, taking away another victory, and now we will find out who has that title shot.
Yes, and it would appear that it is in fact Charlie Shambles. Yes, it would seem that Miracle Dude has chosen Charlie Shambles, presumably considering him to be worthy of the shot. And here comes the crowd favourite, Tommy Disaster.
There's our SYC champion, Lord Best. Can you predict the end of this match for us? How do you think this one's going to go down?
Well, it's an interesting one because Tommy Disaster here is, of course, clearly the more experienced of these two men, but then, of course, it could be that Charlie Shambles manages to pull his way up and defeat him, and I think that would certainly be a defining moment in Charlie Shambles' career. However, I'm not entirely sure how likely that is. I suspect that Tommy Disaster will retain the title in this match.
Well, Charlie Shambles has taken a beating early on. We have referee Christopher Rulebook on hand for this championship match. The title is on the line, so it is possible for Charlie Shambles to walk away with the belt in this match, if he can stay on his feet.
Yes, what a story that would be. However, it's seeming increasingly unlikely as the match wears on, Tommy Disaster dominating from the off.
Well, hopefully somewhere down the line Miracle Dude will get his title shot against the champion, whoever it will be when he returns. We'll hopefully have more news on this next week, Fight fans, but not for now. We'll enjoy this title match between Shambles and Disaster.
Yes, we will, and hopefully Charlie Shambles will be able to regain some of this lost ground in the latter part of the match, as it seems like it's been slightly too one-sided so far. I was hoping for something a little bit more impressive than this, but who knows how this could end.
Well, there's a half Boston crowd from Tommy Disaster, and Charlie Shambles could tap at any time here.
Yes, and it would seem that Charlie Shambles is most definitely battered and bruised. It seems extremely unlikely that he'll be able to make a comeback towards the end of this match.
Oh, and there's the Disaster piece. This one must be over now.
Yes, it certainly seems like it, and he's going for the pen. And it's all over.
So for the run-up to the champion, there is your SYC TV champion, and he will walk away with the title in this match. It was short and sweet. Lopez, take us through it.
Yes, here he goes for the Disaster piece, and of course when Tommy Disaster hits that Disaster piece, it seems extremely unlikely that his opponent is going to be able to regain any lost ground.
You hit me with this. Next week, weapons match.